Hi guys, so for this video we are going to go finish the block rate model. So we are going to come here, let's also add the links in a nav, and we are going to save and to display information to our model. So let's do this. So to do this, so in our class, the block rate view, first the view model, it works that way. You create a class and you inherit the view, and now you can create different functions. So the get is going to be used to get for get requests, but after you have like other requests like post, patch, delete, and you can actually define these methods in Django. So for example, for the post, what you're going to do each time that an user, and again, for example, what's happening? I'm here. So when I came here, I'm coming to the URL, and when I click here, I make a get request. So a get request is going to be handled by this method that you already defined, that's going to return this template. But when we are going to click here, we are going to again to trigger that same URL, but we are going to trigger a post request, and with the view we define like if there is a post request, we are going to handle this function. And to handle this function, we first come here and we get the form that we receive from our post form. So what's happening here? We are going to get the post form, and we are going to populate with, let's do a little print just for you can see what there is here. We are going to populate this post form with the fields that are here. So let's click here is save. Okay, this is something that we have not handled in the previous video, but let's handle this now. So for safety reason, Django makes you to put a CSRF token, and this is the way that the CSRF token is displayed, which it's a little complicated, but basically what this means, it's a way for Django to know that this request, that information that you put here actually comes from you and not from a malicious guy. So let's come here, click saved, let's go again, let's refresh, let's add new information, new posts, author, me, Lorem stuff, and okay, did return. Okay, we haven't returned anything, but I think we can already check. There it is. This is not important error for now, because what we want, it was to check this print. Okay, so this is the request. The request comes here. So as you can see, we have like the title, that is the new post, the author one, and the body. And this is the CSRF token that we have used. Again, this is a way for Django secure and to know that this post that we made was actually from us. So, okay, so you already know that here, so we are creating a form object that has this information. So next, Django has a nicely way to deal with the forms. So for example, a lot of information can be the user can put on here, and we want only things that are valid. So if it's not valid, we throw an error. But if the form is valid, again, this is like a nice thing from Django. We do here, and we say, okay, we have the form, we created the object of the form, and now we use this method that it's going to save this object, that instance object that we've created, on our database. And here, what I'm going to do, if this is valid, I want to return, redirect, and we're going to redirect to home. So we need one thing, we need to get the redirect function. That what the redirect does, it after you come to this line, it's going to redirect to the URL which has the name home, and this is why I said that home was important. So because now Django recognized that name home in its namespace, it's from that specific path. So now when we save the form and we redirect to the home page, and if the form is not valid, what we want to do is to return to the same page. So we can actually do this. We could also put errors or something like this. For example, here we could like put an error, but for the sake of this video, I don't think it's necessary. This. Okay, so now let's refresh, post, new, author, Danny, and Lorem stuff. Okay, now let's come here to the posts. We refresh. There is only these two. Now, when we click in save, this is a good signal. So we were redirected to this home page, which means that the form is valid and was saved successfully. You can already know because the form it's right here. So our form was literally saved in the database, and this is how you create a new post. So you create all the way to insert information into your database using forms, and now every time that you add a new blog post, you are going to see the new blog post here. So only one thing that we have to do, let's come to the base and let's add some navigations here. So here, instead of, we want here the H1, but we want the H1 to R1. So Django again has a nicely way to handle with URLs. So we have to use this tag and the home. So it's going to retrieve the name the same way that we use to the redirect. It's going to do the same for here. So okay, so here we do the same. We create, forgot to wrap this inside anchor tag. Okay, same thing, URL, and that one is post new with the, okay, yes, post new, the name is correct. So wrap this inside the anchor tag, and that's it. So now we have more styling because this came from the file, the base.csx that was here. But now when we click create new blog post, it's going to redirect us to that blog post, and if we click here, we go again to the home page. So I create a new blog post to test Django post for me. What happens if I don't put author? I don't remember if it's needed. Lorem for, okay, we need to add this. It's a good constraint, and voila, we have all our blog posts here. And yes, we are already creating blogs. We can do new blog posts or mesh that we want, and after we could do other things like put here an image and other stuff. But for sake of simplicity, I think this is a good blog post. And next one. So, but there is a lot of things that you have to do. We have to add the functionality to delete, to update, and at least this we have to do. So, but for now, we are able already to create our blog post, so it's good. We are going to let this other stuff for other videos. So if you like the video and you think it was useful, like the video, put a like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next one.